G'day comrades, I'm Sicken, and this is the news video of the week. I'm just going to sum up everything that happened and will happen hopefully next week. Basically, we didn't see much in the news this week other than World of Tanks is going to be in Wellington. A couple of the members, Jay and Cozzy, will, I think that's who's going, but anyway, there are going to be Type 59s available to 2 tournaments that they're running. They'll be running a player tournament, which will be tonight. New Zealand's 2 hours behind us, so you guys have enough time to get prepared. The event will be held, the player event will be held at the Counterculture Centre from 6 to 9. And you can RSVP here just to make sure that you get there, but I just tried it and it's free. So it looks like you should be able to get in there if you just show up, but I'd RSVP. The other event is from the 13th to the 14th at the HP Omen booth, which will be at Westpac Stadium, which is for the Armageddon Expo. They'll be running a tournament there, and there are Type 59s on offer. So all the best to the people who are competing there in Wellington, and yeah, I'm seriously jealous of anyone who gets that Type 59, because I myself don't have one. So yeah, moving on to other news. The TS5 is well underway. We've got 3 days left. I hope you're doing well. I'm up to stage 9. Hopefully I can get stage 10, get stage 9 done and move past 10, but stage 10 is a very long, grindy one. So we'll see how that goes. There's nothing really else to point out here. I just hope you're having a lot of fun with this. It's a lot easier than the EBR was, so that is a plus. They've definitely changed that around. Okay, so the big news of the week was, and it just came out today, the 1.5 common test went up live today. So, well, it was available for download. You can watch the video. I'll be providing all the links in the description below, and you can watch that video there. I'm not going to watch it on this video. So there are quite a lot of changes. For the common test, the Swedish medium tanks are being introduced. That's the tier 8, 9, and 10. The Swedish heavy tanks, the Emil 1, 2, and Kranban are being changed. As you can see here, losing 1 shell, and traverse speed is going down, ammunition is going up, DPM is going up, and the HP per shot is going up. So they're getting a little bit more 57 in between the 57 heavy and the 50B line, because before they were kind of outside of the range of what they were aiming for. And you can see it's basically the same for the Emil 2 and basically the same for the Kranban. The other nerfs, the other thing is they will be doing a new premium system, which wasn't mentioned yet. I'll link the video up the top there. You can go and watch that. That's all the new premium changes that they're bringing in, which will also come with a new thing where you can exclude maps in 1.5. You'll be able to exclude 1 map. With the World of Tanks Premium, you'll be able to exclude 2. So that's good news. But the World of Tanks Premium, which, like I said, I'll link the video above, it'll bring in a lot of different changes to how platoons work and how you get rewarded for your premium time. I'm not too sure if it stacks when you're in platoons. If there's 3 people in a platoon, you get a lot more, but you will definitely get 15% more credits. And to anyone in the team who doesn't have premium, but if you're with someone that does, you'll get 10% extra credits. So, everyone wins as long as someone's paying. The SBG rebalance. Now this is the one that everyone's talking about. There is a dedicated article here. I'll try and link that below. But to sum it up, they're nerfing the stun by a lot, and they're changing the characteristics of how a couple of the artillery work, as they're not quite how they want them to be. A couple of them are way too strong, a couple of them are just way too underpowered. And they're also changing the heavy spore liner to reduce the stun effects. So the stun effects are definitely coming down. Now 1.5 will also bring in ranked battles. Ranked battles will start a week or two, maybe a month after 1.5 gets released, but right now it's currently on the test server, so you'll be able to test it. And they've introduced some new mechanics, and it's all for the purpose of testing right now. So you can do the ranked battles on the test server and give it a go, see how it is. There are some feedback threads, and a couple of people are okay with it, a couple of people aren't. It's, you know, it's looking, at least they're trying to do something different with all that. So this is the test server here, which doesn't work unless you run the, if you run the client, the links aren't working, so you might want to get on that. Another tank line that is getting nerfed, or another ammunition type that's getting nerfed, is Type 5 Heavy. The damage of the shells is going down by 200 and 500, but the premium ammunition is being changed to Hesh, which is a big change. Also the AP round, or the HE round, what's this one? Ah, yes, the one that does more is going to go up in penetration. This is the Hesh round right here, and this is also Hesh, but it doesn't deal. So you get 3 ammunition now. You'll get HE, premium Hesh, and normal Hesh. It appears, if I'm reading that wrong, I'm not too sure, but that's what it looks like here, and it's the same on the Type 5. Yeah, exactly the same on the Type 5. And the gun, the tank got buffed a bit in other regards. So did this. This one was all, the 140mm gun got buffed. Type 5, well, same deal. 140mm got buffed, and the tank actually got buffed. But the gun definitely got nerfed, and it became a little bit more interesting. The 4005 just got nerfed all around. The gun didn't get nerfed, but all the characteristics about how this tank moves were just too strong. It was able to do too many nimble things. Yes, it has a medium tank's chassis, but you know, it shouldn't be able to do what it was doing, so the nerf was welcome. Now if you want to download the test server, I'll provide the link to this post, and you just come down here and install it right here. If you have the Wargaming client, you click this link, which isn't working, so yeah, you want to fix that, because I ain't installing that test client, and I'd like my stuff organized, and the Wargaming client actually organizes stuff. They're the server restarts for the test server, and this is how the common test server will work. This is when all players will be registered before the April the 3rd can participate. So if you're a new player, I'm sorry, you won't be able to. You can post your general feedback in the thread in the forum. And that is basically it for the test server. There was a extended version here. Yeah, here we go. So the premium account getting changed, related game client changes, platoon bonuses, that's all of that. Changes to rank battles, which we will have, you can get onto the, we need more time to access. The excluded maps system, the vehicle customization. Paints will now be applicable to all tiers, which is great news. Changes to the stun mechanics, we've gone over that. Changes to technical characteristics on a couple of the tanks. So this is the nerfs and buffs to the artillery. The 4005 stage 2, we've gone over that. So the Conqueror gun carriage, the velocity of the shell is being decreased by 9%, and yeah, 9%. Burst radius reduced by 5. GW Panther, a lot to go over there. This isn't a patch review, so I'll try to keep it brief. GW Panther is getting a nerf. The Hummel is getting just a rearrangement nerf. Same with these, all just a slight debuff. The Object 261 is getting a buff, which is awesome. It's only a shell buff though, by 2 shells, which is maybe enough, maybe not. The Moderator tank, I don't know why that's here. Only like 6 people on every server has one of these, because it is for moderators. It is getting completely buffed because it is really bad. The T-34-3 is just far superior. So yeah, it's getting buffed. A Su-14-2, little nerf to the 51. All the Russians got nerfed by a little bit, except for the tier 10. USA added the T-78, which I'll show you in a sec. M12 debuff, M40 debuff, M53 debuff. Another super test, I'll show you that in a sec. Another super test, I'll show you that in a sec. Sweden vehicles, these are the 3 new mediums that are being added. Kranbum, we've gone over that. A Mil-2, a Mil-1, we've gone over that. Japan Heavy, we've gone over that. And the Type 4 Heavy, we've gone over that. So that is all of the patch notes in a nutshell. This is currently out on... You can get on the common test server right now as long as your account was created before the 3rd of April. And have at it. Everything should be available straight off the top. Now, before I go on to the front line, which is coming up soon, I'll just show you those vehicles. Here is the T-78. It's a tier 6 American tank destroyer. It looks pretty good. Nothing really to say much about here. Here is the French autoloader medium. Is it? Yeah, it's an autoloader. I guess everyone's going to be interested about how much it's got in the magazine. It's got 4 shells in the magazine, and it does 135 average damage. So it's basically a 42-57 from the Swedish line. Oh, Czechoslovakian. Yeah, no, I was right. Swedish line, but it's a bit fatter. It's got the M4 hull, or a little bit less smaller than M4, but yeah. And the other one was the Tier 8 Czech premium tank, which we've been waiting for a while because we need to train those crews up. The only way to do it so far is just to play them normally, or to play the Skoda at Tier 6, which is alright, but it's not that great. Gun depression just lets it down. So this is a welcome introduction. Okay, moving on. Frontline. So the new frontline will start in 2 days, 3 days. So basically when the TS5 event ends, frontlines will begin. I'm sorry about Claymores, they're running at the moment. Yeah, what can you do? Bad timing is bad timing. It'll run for 7 days until the 22nd of April. Now, everything's basically the same. The only thing that I guess everyone wants to know, they haven't changed anything. They've taken all of our notes into consideration, and the changes that they are thinking about will not be introduced into this version. The rental tanks available during this period, which is week 3, which is phase 3 or episode 3, will of course be the T44 frontline version, and the Lerva, and the T54 mod 1. They will be the 3 tanks available, and just remember, if you rent the tank for the entire season, the amount will decrease, so you actually don't pay the full amount. You will pay less per episode that you missed, which is great. So there was one more topic I needed to cover. WoT Tanks Classic had a lot of problems with it. A lot of people couldn't get on, a lot of people lagged out, a lot of people couldn't get their game started. It was just chaos. So they've decided that if you registered to play it, or if you downloaded it, if you attempted to log in, you will be rewarded with the skin, basically. I think I'm right on that. I think that here's the latest update here. Changes from 3 battles to signing up to Classic Sandbox. So as long as you downloaded the game on the client, which was the only way to get onto it, and I guess tried to open it, which would have registered it. I guess downloading it would have registered it. You will receive the doggy camo. So that's awesome. Not for the people that had to put up with their 3 games though. I mean, it's a lot of people enjoyed it. A lot of people really hated going back that far. So yeah, that's basically it for this week's video. Tried to cover everything. Is there anything else? No, the premium shop, I wanted to include what was coming up this weekend. This news is just for the C server, not NA, not EU or RU. The reason for that is it is a lot simpler. Plus, if you want to go to EU, you can just go straight to Quickie Baby's channel. I'm pretty sure he's the #1 news source there. NA that really doesn't have a #1 news source, so yeah, I guess they're looking for someone there. RU is obviously going to be someone speaking Russian, so yeah, you probably won't be here to understand that. But yeah, I wanted to include this weekend's premiums in this video, but they don't come out for another hour, 2 hours, yeah, an hour and a half, which is unfortunate. Apparently they post them in a sub forum that I don't have access to, but I would very much like to know in advance so that I can include it next time in the next video, which will be out next Friday. Yeah, so that's it for me. I hope you liked the video. If you did, please press like, subscribe to the channel if you want to see more, and I'll catch yous.